Oh, good morning, ladies. Am I being a bit too slack today? Good morning. Come on then. Come on then. Oh. Oh. Sassy, did you just lose? Oh, Tink, you are limping. Poor baby girl. This black and white one, she's really not sure of me. But she should know by now that I'm the food lady. Hey, Tinks. There you go, girls. Enjoy your breakfast. So not quite sure which direction my day is going to go in. There's part of me thinking that I should paint my bathroom because it gets all damp and horrible, like the paint goes off colour and it's really horrible. I also want to bag some compost up from the chicken run because Mum, over the weekend, Mum said that she was like rationing the shop bought compost that she's got, which is ridiculous. We've got a great big pile of it. She bought this trailer load of farmyard manure a few years ago. And I think I've said before that it was dumped. This wasn't the chicken run then, this was just the edge of the allotment. We had it dumped there, we used a fair bit of it, but then the stuff that we didn't get to in time, it just sprouted from all the seeds that were obviously in the cow poo. And it's just over the years become a thistle bed, and now it's a stinging nettle bed. And that's what I've been pulling the roots out of in the chicken run over the last few weeks. So I figured that because she's because she's rationing compost, she's in charge of sowing all our seeds this year. So we've got all that compost. So I figure that I'll bag a load of that up for her today. Right, let's finish this poo picking off and then we'll decide where this day goes. Place your bets. So there's my barrow load of stinging nettle roots that I've pulled up. My goodness, that is a therapeutic job. The chickens are loving this. It turns out their favourite sweeties of the day are the centipedes. They cannot get enough of them. It's so cute. Now I just want to keep digging all those roots up, but what I'm realising is because it's such a windy day and because this is such lovely fine compost, it's just going to blow away as a dust. So as much fun as I'm having pulling those roots out, I actually think I need to leave them for a minute because they're going to hold the compost intact until I can get out and bag it all up. But we've done 4 bags and seriously haven't really even made a dent in that. So I reckon there's probably another 10-15 bags of compost there. So yes, but now time for a coffee. This is a quick little interruption for Chris that commented on Johnny's Stranglers t-shirt. I think that was in yesterday's video. I don't know. Anyway, Chris, this is what I wanted to show you. It's a bit of a mess now, unfortunately. But this is a playlist from a gig from the Stranglers that they all signed. How cool is that? And there's some tickets up there where he went to the O2 Academy to go and see them too. Johnny's favourite band is the Stranglers. Right, lunch is over. I'm about to go and bag up some more compost, but I'm going to go and deliver some eggs to my neighbours first because we've got way too many, so it'd be good to get rid of some and spread the love. Just had a little rummage through my fridge and this is my current garlic situation. Oh my lord. Do you think I have a problem? So what I'm going to do is take all of these ones, I'm going to empty them all out the shells, and then I'm going to freeze the cloves whole, I think, and I'll just keep that little lot fresh in the fridge. I mean, as you can see, these ones are sprouting already, so I need to get these used up, but that's fine, they'll last. But this lot I probably won't get to before they go bad, dry out or sprout. So I am going to put some Walking Dead on and chop all of those up into bulbs. How much is there? 500 grams of garlic, and they're tiny little bulbs, so this could take a while. Oh, I think I'm in for the long haul. Oh God, these cloves are tiny. Oh heck. I seem to remember seeing a trick on peeling a lot of garlic cloves. I think you put them in a glass jar and shook them, and it takes all the paper off. I'm going to quickly Google that because if that's true, that could be a saviour right now. Okay, so apparently word on the street is that you can put a whole bulb of garlic into a jar, shake it, and all the cloves will separate and become peeled. So let's just try that. This is better work. Oh, I think it's much easier to not use a jar. Okay, what we got? Yeah, a couple separated, but they're still not peeled. Okay, back to it. If you get any with a little bad bit, I just cut that out. Still perfect, no worries. So has anyone else been panic buying garlic? I'm only joking. I didn't really panic buy it, I promise. I'd always buy a lot of garlic. I buy a lot of one thing at a time anyway. I tend to bulk buy, even though there's only 2 of us, because I live a long way from a decent supermarket, and because when something is on offer and it's a price that I like, I want to stock up. It's just common sense to me. So we've always got a massive box of, I don't know, dishwasher tablets or washing powder, or I've always got spares of things like washing up liquid and things that we use a lot, toothpaste, deodorant, that kind of stuff. I never just buy one at a time. So we're always well stocked up on that stuff. And that comes from having the whole farm mentality of, you know, putting by for the winter, that kind of thing. But it also comes from having such an inconsistent income over pretty much my entire adult life. I've not really been an employee as such. Like, I've never had a salaried job. I've been self-employed for a very long time, and anyone else that's self-employed will know that income is very up and down sometimes. I have good months, I have great months, I have bad months, and I have terrible months. That's, you know, that's just normal for me. So when I'm having a good month and something is on special, or it's a good price, then I stock up on it. It's just like common sense, really. There we go, job done. Wow, that is a lot of garlic paper. And that is a lot of garlic. That actually was a really nice little job. I really like repetitive, boring jobs like that. Especially when you just sit down, be comfortable, put the telly on, and just kind of lose yourself in it. Now, the reason I've put this on a tray to freeze, this is called dry freezing, and normally I would do this with wet things like, I don't know, strawberries or raspberries. If you just put a big bag of raspberries in the freezer, then when you want to use them, they're all going to be stuck together. So you'll have to cook or defrost the whole bag of raspberries. So what we do is lay our berries out on a tray like this, and that's called dry freezing. And then when they're dry, they're frozen solid, they're individual, they're not stuck to each other, and you can then just tip them into a freezer bag or tub, and then when you want to use them, you just take out as much as you need. These probably wouldn't stick, in fairness. I could probably have just dumped this whole lot into a freezer bag and they would have been fine. But this is just habit, I guess. Don't think I'll be needing to buy garlic anytime soon. Oh my god, I'm done. Cool. I am whacked after that. Anyway, I've just come back in the kitchen to clean up, and look what's been delivered. So we've gone halves with Mum on a delivery of a box of 10 pasties. So we've got 4 this time. Mum and my brother have 6. I have just washed my hands, I promise. This is a Sarah's Cornish pasty. Isn't that a thing of absolute beauty? It's now 25. Johnny will be home any minute now, but you know what? I'm not entirely sure I can wait. It smells so good. Now, I'm guessing that this is a large pasty. I normally get the small, which is like half the size of that. But hey, I accept the challenge, Sarah's. I accept the challenge. So if anyone else is getting a little bit envious of this whole Cornish pasty love, then I will link to Sarah's in lieu down below. In my opinion, they're the best Cornish pasties you can buy, but then I guess I'm a bit biased because I live near them and I love them. They're delivering these locally by hand, but I believe they're also delivering across the country, but I'm gonna have to check that before I publish this bit of comment, otherwise there'll be uproar. So yes, I'll leave the link to that below, but if you can't get a delivery or you don't live nearby, then I will also leave the recipe for my very own easy Cornish pasty. And I can't wait for Johnny. Right, there's pasties in the house. What's a girl to do? I think I've got like mud all over my face. Now, right, there is my garlic out of the freezer. They're all frozen solid now. They've been in there about 3 hours, 4 hours, rock solid. So I'm gonna store them in one of these reusable silicone bags. I think I got these on Amazon. I'll drop a link to them below if I can find it. So we're just gonna slide them in there. And there we go. Anytime I need a couple of cloves of garlic, I can just reach in there. I should be able to chop that up frozen, I would imagine. I don't imagine that I'd have to wait for it to defrost, but if I do, it won't take long. And I'll just keep that in the door of the freezer. Right, beautiful people, I'm out of here. I need to shower. I am literally head to toe covered in compost and God knows what. I dread to think. So I hope you've had a good day. Keep smiling, look after each other, and I'll catch up with you all tomorrow. Over and out.